This is how you build vans with a family. Hello, I am Alyssa and I'm a mom and I am going to do van life with 2 children. Sounds crazy, I know. I wanted to just hop on and kind of let you know my story of why I decided to do this crazy adventure. I've had a lot of friends and family members ask me what is so exciting, and a lot of people are like, oh, I've seen so many YouTube videos about this, I would love to do it. And I was not one of those people. My husband actually brought this idea up to me 3 years ago, and I was like, heck no, I'm not doing that. It sounded cool. I knew that he loved that idea, and I wanted him to be able to maybe build one and sell it, but I wasn't fully on board with my family joining in on van life. But I'll take you through the process of why my mind changed. So my husband and I, Pablo, that's him, we've got 2 girls, Kiara and Piper. And Kiara's 3, Piper's 6 months, and we are really adventurous. When Kiara was born, I believe she was 2 months old the first time we went camping. Piper, I was actually pregnant with her, and the day I went into labor, we were camping. And yeah, we are pretty adventurous. But for me, the idea of van life, it scared me because I'm not a super organized person. I'm pretty spontaneous. I've got a group of amazing hiking friends that will just call me up and be like, want to go hiking today? And I'm like, when? They're like, in an hour? I'm like, yes, let's go. And we just throw snacks in the car, throw our clothes in the car, and we take off. This works for me. I like doing things like that. My husband is spontaneous, but to just throw everything in the car and go kind of makes him crazy. He likes order and being organized. And so we are needing to combine our 2 mindsets together in order to make this work and have the best experience possible. Because if we are living in a van together in, I think it's like 50 square feet, it's teeny tiny, we better get along. I know we are going to have difficulties and it's going to be tough, but we all have to be on board. And so what helped me get on board was kind of where it all started. So for probably 5 years ago, my husband and I started a little business. We bought a trailer, that one, and it is this off-roading camping trailer. It had a little shower, it had drawers that pulled out that had a Camp Chef in it. It had a hydraulic lifting rooftop tent, and it was sweet. We loved it. We decided we wanted to make it a business, rent it out. And at that time, we didn't know about Outdoorsy and other platforms to rent things like this. And the business really struggled. We ended up selling the trailer, and it was kind of sad. We still wanted to do something like that. So my husband had this idea of buying a Sprinter van and making a business into that. Let's rent that out instead. And so we talked about it a lot, and I was just nervous about starting a business again. We Didn't do the best with our previous business, although it was fun. I loved that trailer. I was really sad to get rid of it. I knew at some point we would do this. And so I got Pablo a Sprinter van, and it's so stinking cute. Like, you can't really see it, but look, it has all the like working parts inside. You can open both doors. You can open the side door. It really functions just like a Sprinter van. You can open the back doors. Super, super cute. Got that for Pablo for, I think, Christmas, and told him one day we'll do this. Well, that was my habit of saying one day we'll do this, rather than let's sit down, let's create a plan of accomplishing things. And then 2020 happened, and that was crazy, everyone knows. And so 2021, I was pregnant and I wanted to accomplish things. I was sick of really my husband was sick of me saying, I'm going to do this one day. So Pablo and I were talking, and he really pushed me to do bigger things. And so this year I did a sprint triathlon, which I had wanted to do for 3 years. I just finally set a date, signed up, and made it happen. And one of the other things that it all of a sudden came to me, like, if I can do a triathlon, I can live in a van. It clicked in my mind. And it wasn't gonna be forever. That was one of the key things. I knew that if we lived in a van, we could do it for 3 months and then reevaluate and see if we liked it and wanted to keep going. So I told Pablo, by this date, we're gonna be in a van. And I think he thought it was one of my, eventually we're gonna do this. Because I ended up surprising him. I took our current vehicle, I went and washed it, got it all cleaned out, took pictures, and put it up for sale. And I was researching, trying to find Sprinter vans. We had test drove probably 10 of them, but nothing ever felt right. And so again, it just was one of those times in the future, we'll get one, but probably not right now. Well, I was researching, and I remember one of my good friends saying that they went to Canada to get a vehicle because it was cheaper. And so I was like, why have I never looked outside of Utah? Utah, the Sprinter vans are really expensive. So I knew we had other friends in Arizona, and so I was like, I can look up vans there. Maybe we'll go visit them and check out a van. And so I looked it up on Facebook, of all places, and this van that we ended up getting popped up, and it was out in San Diego. I guess it was originally from Arizona, and so that's how it popped up, but it was in San Diego. And I just texted the guy and said, can we come look at this van? And then I figured I probably should talk to Pablo and let him know what I'm doing. And so I told him, and he's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm serious. I looked up tickets for all of us one way. And so this is the real deal. If we do this, we're doing this. And so we got tickets one way to San Diego, and we ended up buying a van. And obviously, while we're there were a few different complications, and so we stayed longer than we expected, but we made a trip out of it. We went to the beach, we went to Disneyland, we had a lot of fun, and our first road trip in our van was driving it home. And we set up our hammocks in the van. We slept on the way. We ended up sleeping out at, I think it was Mission Beach. There's a parking lot across from the amusement park there. Now it's home. We have been working on the van, and currently there is snow outside. So The progress has slowed a little bit, but our goal is by February 14th, we are going to start van life. I'll talk in a later video about what we're doing with living situations and whatnot, but essentially that's how I got on board. I wanted to do something to accomplish goals. I wanted to set something on the calendar and say, we are doing this. Even if it's hard, we are doing this. I think that's what stopped me so much in the past was if something was hard, I always put it out. I was like, I will do that because I want to do hard things, but it wasn't like I am doing hard things right now. It was, I'm happy, I'm good. I go on hikes all the time. I love this. But I've changed my mindset a little bit. If something's hard and I want to do it, or I know it's important for my husband or my kids, I put it on the calendar and say, I am doing it. So hopefully you guys can do that too. If something is challenging, but you want to do it, put it on the calendar, make it happen. And that's our story. Thank you, Pablo. You helped me get to this point, because without you pushing me to do things that are challenging, I would just still be content with my life. I'd be happy, which is a great thing, but I wouldn't be pushing myself to do difficult things, and we wouldn't be doing van life. So I love you. Bye.